this a ticket, talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it.
Welcome everybody to the 2024 Tier Wodapalooza at Bayfront Park. A gloomy day, nonetheless. We are going to now kick off the elite women on the floor. 160 for Rebecca Fuselier.
And I actually like that opener for Rebecca Fuselier. She often gets knocked for not being the strongest athlete in the field, but that's certainly a respectable opener.
Rebecca Fuselier, 170 is good, and she's going for those overhead squats.
Yeah, I love to see this from Fuselier.
Post-event one, I have to say one thing, and you guys should thank Matt, not thank me.
Yes, guys.
He won.
Oh, you opened up with?
Yeah, we argued.
Gerard heard the argument.
Hey, okay, so let's backtrack a little bit. So you remember last night, or maybe on last vlog, I don't know how this is edited just yet, but before I said that I was oddly relaxed, and I'm usually, and the whole time I was envisioning, I was like, what does this mean? This means the lift goes either really, really good or horribly, because I'm like too relaxed. And then I explained last night that I was so relaxed, I was stressing myself out, so it was like this endless circle of emotions. But anyway, guys, good event one. It is so nerve-wracking starting on the lift every single time. But I wanted to start at 155. Matt made me hit 155 like 6 times in the warm-up. It felt like 6. No. I felt like I had just done a workout. Man, I must be out of shape or something. Never mind. But anyways, we started at 160, which was what Matt wanted me to do, and felt really good. I had a no-miss snatch day, did 160, hit it, did the one overhead squat just in case. I don't know if that would have helped on a tiebreaker, maybe not. And then jumped to 170, nailed it, hit a lot more overhead squats. Bam! Now it's time for fitness. I'm trying to hide my excitement a little bit and how we get to do fitness.
I
just want fitness. All right. Any thoughts?
I'm just glad that she listened to her coach. You know, I have to be careful because she already gets it in her mind, so I don't want to stress her out. So it's like, I just kind of lay low, let her think that's what she's going to do, or she's going to do what she feels comfortable with, but I know she's got more. And she's been really consistent with her numbers the last 2 weeks, so I knew that it was there. And so then I just like sprinkled the idea in a little bit, and she's like, no.
I did.
And then she eventually comes around.
No.
And this is like, I'm like 5-0 now, so you should just listen to me. And you don't have to stress out. You don't have to stress out.
I mean, this dates all the way back to like 2021.
I know, there's definitely some other vlog that says, where I said, fine, I'll just listen to you, but if I miss, I'll just blame everything on you.
Yeah, see, that's easy. Then you just go out and have fun. You can blame me.
It was fun. The lifts are the most stressful, but they have the biggest payoff as far as the excitement after, so always thankful for hitting a good lift, especially when it's the start. So on to event 2, which changed up to some dips, deadlifts, front squats, and burpees. So we're about to get pumped. That's what's up next.
I was at the top of Tina Hill's watching it. I think it's nerve-wracking for me. Gerard, you probably feel similar as the athlete, because they at least get to go do it. And I'm very subdued, trying to control my emotions, especially when I'm around her. So I take that out there, and I'm not allowed to do it anyways. But I'm sitting in the stand, just completely silent, like totally focused. And then she hit the 170. I let out a big yell, and everyone was just like, "What?" Because I was just like totally chill the whole time, not saying anything to anyone, and then started yelling, and everyone was like, "Oh my gosh!"
In the future, we'll have a Matt cam.
No, I do not want a Matt cam.
During events, we have to. There's been times where I've caught you, and I was like,
it's like this.
I'm sure. There was one other thing. The other thing is he thought I loaded the bar wrong, which I can't blame him for. I've done it before. I've been in a competition and loaded the bar wrong, and loaded it too light. So he said he took his phone and was like zooming in. like to check the weights. Yeah, no, I was going over in my head over and over. I was like, red, blue, and green, red, blue, and green, red, blue, and green. As long as I get that
Good
first
thing
one.
they're coming.
But then I got to the 170 and I kept checking it and I go, oh, the reds are throwing me off. We made it past. It's okay. It was a good start. So
Now just go fast.
go fast. Beat didn't go fast.
Porque tengo los millones, chones, 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 chones. Porque tengo los millones, chones, 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 chones. Porque tengo los millones, tengo los millones, tengo los millones, tengo los millones. Porque tengo los millones, tengo los millones, tengo los millones, tengo los millones. Porque tengo los millones, porque tengo los millones. Nada no me hace feliz, para ti falta yo juego con mi lamo y si mira tú la banca. Egocéntrico como el pana arca. Estoy verado porque la meta está muy alta.
I would like my arms to climb, but at least it's only like. You'd be surprised what happens when you have something that's. Anyways, okay, but at least it's like 4 legless pulls before you get your feet on. Are you tired? Are you tired? Hi. Should I steal this? Matt says no. Noah says yes. Gerard, what's your vote?
No.
No. How much do you think this is worth?
You could probably buy
Vlog people. I like this. This is probably one of the most attractive things I've seen in a long time. So I will find one on Amazon. Hi. Welcome to our Wodapalooza 2024 Day 1 recap. You guys got to see a little bit of it after the Snatch event. You remember we were chatting earlier about cool things. Well, the rest of the day went pretty good. Pretty good. I'm not satisfied. You said it was a good day. I'm not satisfied. But we did hit some good events. We are sitting top 10. I would like to stay in that, so I better swim my little booty off tomorrow. Lift was awesome. Workout 2 was awesome. Definitely feeling that. But other than that, we got to fitness hard in the rain. Gerard took some cool pictures. You guys should go check those out. And overall, you know what I'm pleased with? Is I do look more jacked than last year. So we have gotten a little bit bigger. I was proud of that.
17% off on Amazon.
Oh, look. Let me see this. But it's a different color. So can I take it now?
No, it's $35.
They're gonna charge you like $200 for if you steal it.
Especially now that it's on video.
Yeah, now we really shouldn't do it. Matt was asking me what my favorite part of the day was, and this is what I said. The snatch warm-up, because I wanted to be different. Then everybody's gonna say the lift, and when something goes right, you say that's the best part. And yes, that was fun. But the warm-up was nice. The best warm-up I've had for a lift before. Like, that's the only reason I jumped up to 160. I was like, okay, we feeling good. We didn't do anything before this. We're feeling good. So we went for it. I will say this. I think my 170 set was better than the 160. The 160 felt heavy. And then I was like, but the baby side of me wanted to do 165, and I said, forget it.
Minutes. That's why I felt so good.
I guess so. But anyways. Yeah, tomorrow we got swim and then the finale, and that's it. Wodapalooza short and sweet this year. So one more day to hit it hard. Oh, I didn't say figure out my worst event or my worst moment. The porta potties.
When?
It's the porta
Oh, because you have
potties.
to change.
No, that's easily, like, I have nightmares about those things. Try changing in those nasty porta potties. Changing out of wet, sweaty spandex.
It was muddy.
And it's muddy. Well, they actually weren't too bad. Maybe I picked good ones. But yeah, it's a nightmare. It's something I will only do because we compete hard here at Wodapalooza, and you gotta bear with it. But you know, that's my worst moment. What was your worst moment of the day? Interview that guy. What's your worst moment of the day? Come on. You gotta think of what's the first thing that comes to your head. He's probably gonna insult me or something.
The worst moment was during the snatch event when I thought you only put on the 2.5s. And I thought you loaded the bar wrong, and I was freaking out, and I was kind of like, oh God. I had to zoom in with my camera phone to make sure you had those on. That was my most panicked moment.
Imagine what was going through your head, like, this is classic Becca.
I was like, I should have reminded you again, oh God.
No, I was going over colors in my head. We did good. Let's swim well tomorrow. That's all I'm thinking about right now. Get some sleep. I ate all the Choco Chimps. And I'll say goodnight to the kiwi bird. Rub the kiwi bird for good luck. Bye, guys. See y'all. Oh, what was I supposed to say? Thank you and good night.
Action.
Did it look like I was dying?
No, I'll show you later that you didn't.
So I looked like I was actually swimming.
Yeah, you look good.
Versus last time I was like,
Yeah.
good. Best I've ever swam. Super happy with it. I don't care about the place. Like, that was everything I could have asked for. This is, like, I'm having fun competing. Can't ask for much more. Like, that's super awesome. One to go, and it's got all the gymnastics in it, so fun train rolls on. We're gonna finish really, really strong. But yeah, water was super salty. It was chilly, so I'm actually glad you made me get in the cold plunge last night because it almost felt like that in the beginning. I was like, woo, it's really cold. And I was like, don't be a baby. Because here's this. Here at Wodapalooza, if you guys didn't know, they have all the adaptive divisions. And we were sitting in the amphitheater, and the adaptive divisions are doing swims too. I'm like, these guys are missing arms and legs, and they're going out in that water and swimming. I was like, I think I can do it. That's inspiring. That's motivation. That's inspiring. That's what's so unique.
That's probably why they had it in the amphitheater, so y'all could watch them.
They came in right after us, and they were those guys are a whole different story. Amazing. But that was actually pretty inspiring. So thank you to all the adaptive athletes and everything. But I was telling Matt, that's kind of after all the years of competing actually I competed swimming twice as a teenager, but after all the years of jumping in open water and being so uncomfortable, I feel like that was the breakthrough that I needed to be like, now when I go do a swim workout, I feel like I can push.
For sure.
Versus I was on the bike and I was controlling my heart rate as I should have done just because I was so focused on relax, get into the swim. And then I did think of like, if Yash watches these vlogs, you know what I'm talking about, but I passed like 2 people and I was like, kill. I got 2 people, so I was happy about that. You gotta compete hard. That was fun. 1 to go, guys. 1 to go.
I look like a bag of money I'm on. They wanna know what I'm on. Diamonds dancing on my neck, that is the vibe I'm on. Way too lit, who gon' check? You can tell me none. Boss mode in effect, and my money long. If you ain't talking money, don't talk to me. I be over here where the bosses be. Pockets on thick, cause I eat my greens. Way too hot, 3,000 degrees. No pictures, please, cameras flashing, I'm VIP, I'm a big deal. My life a movie, I'm the one they wanna be still. And I'm a queen, yeah, keep it real, yeah. I keep my circle tighter than an earring piercing. I look like a bag of money I'm on, they wanna know what I'm on. Diamonds dancing on my neck, that is the vibe I'm on. Way too lit, who gon' check? You can tell me none. Boss mode in effect, and my money long. And they all wanna come to my yard, ice me out and leave me alone. You know I be popping off, switching lanes, swiping cars. They throwing them bags at me, cause obviously I am a star.
Come on.
Zoom in my face like the dramatic hamster meme.
Well, this one.
Hi. Long time no see. Technically, not for you guys, but for me. Technically, because it is, what day is it? It's Saturday evening. I was chatting with you guys on Friday afternoon after the swim, and now it has been a full 24 hours since wrapping up Wodapalooza 2024. And we finished 9th, top 10 this year. Kazoo. Party. I got my milkshake that I dreamed of that, you know, did I tell you I figured it out? Why I want milkshakes every time we wrap up competition?
No.
Is because after the CrossFit Games I had the best milkshake. That
Oh,
mint
yeah.
Oreo boozy milkshake. It's just like my brain is associated with when you're done with competition, you crave a milkshake. And I've been waiting on a milkshake since semifinals of last year. But I was so disappointed after semifinals. I was like, you don't deserve a milkshake. So I never got one.
That's how she talks to herself, people.
That is how I talk to myself. Like, you don't deserve this. And then flash forward all the way to Wodapalooza, did good stuff. And I was like, you know what? You deserve a milkshake. And I looked all over, and luckily the little Bayside Mall had a really cool little ice cream shop. And just so you guys know, I don't know if we've said this on a vlog in the past, is I have a nut allergy, and I went up to them and I was like, I want the Oreo milkshake, please. And I was like, can we just make sure I have a nut allergy, there's no nuts in that? And she goes, oh, yeah, it'll be fine. I'm like, okay, there's a chance. She really did. I didn't tell you guys that. She did say that. I'm like, I don't have much confidence in that.
Yeah.
But, and luckily we're still here. But yeah. So milkshake was awesome. Tasted like sweet, sweet success. Other than that, we fly home tomorrow, and then it's right back to work in very cold temperatures, even in Texas.
Mm.
Wodapalooza was fun. Miami's always a vibe, and I mean, I enjoy it. It's a nice, spicy little 2 days, and this year was shorter than last year, being that we had one less event. So it's just enough to get you like in competition mode and feeling like getting the groove of competition mode. But then I remember when we wrapped up the last event, I was still kind of, I'm on a little bit more than that, but we'll save that for season is coming up, so we'll stay hungry for that. Got to show off a little bit of some new Big Becca skills, so I was very, very happy overall with lifting, how we felt. This was, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I told Matt, I was like, it's time to get on the CrossFit train, get more conditioned, because there were some moments where I was like, ooh, yep, we've been doing a lot of strength training, and almost got to get in that like open prep of just nasty, grueling AMRAPs and everything. So I'm looking forward to that, as well as continue to get stronger. But I think we had a good showing, right, team? You want to say anything to the fans? Share what the brain power of Coach Matt Bear. Come say hi to your fans. What did you think overall, in just like one sentence of Wodapalooza? One sentence. That's all you get.
One sentence.
One sentence. What was Wodapalooza?
That's
okay. It can be more than one
a challenge.
sentence.
I just got thrown into this. I was looking at my phone at something. I think it was a success.
One sentence. Agreed. I had fun. I don't think you guys have seen me have this much fun and be bouncing around in a competition like this one, right? Gerard, you usually get to stand behind the camera and watch me cry half the time, so.
You never cried at a competition that I've been there. Well, you know what? I'd lie. You have. I just wasn't there when you cried.
Yeah, you didn't. It's more like
it was
the games. I was getting beat up.
Yeah.
I was getting beat up.
I feel like there was just a lot of really cool things about this competition. Like anytime there's a strength event, we know we have to hit it and be on point. It's extra stressful because it was a 2-attempt thing, and
That's in the mood.
I reminded you, like, you're a pro at this. You've done this before. You do it every time. Like, you're ready, and you went out and executed. And so that's always fun and awesome. We crushed some workouts we knew we would be good at, and that's always good to have something in your wheelhouse and do what you need to do. We had swim workout that we knew it was 100% stay in our lane and battle Becca from last year, and you executed on that and gave us some huge confidence going into anything like that in the future. And then there was one workout where I feel it gave us a big data point on, here's some things we need to work on, we can get better at. Well, all of them we take data points and like analyze like that, but one workout in particular where
we didn't like it.
We didn't like it totally, and
we didn't like my fitness level where we wanted to become semifinals.
So many things, yeah. We understand it, and it helped us know where we can sharpen get a little bit more sharp heading into the year
the season,
and then always like just analyzing, programming. I feel like it gives us tools to be like, this is some great stuff we were doing, and we understand some lacking in these areas because we were prioritizing other things, but when it comes time to be our best in those, that we're going to be ready to transition to that. So overall, that's the cool thing. Like, it's also cool to see, it's really hard as a coach and as an athlete sometimes to trust your coach, to be like, we're taking a little bit different path and taking time away and feeling unfit, and maybe in some recovery aspects you didn't feel like 100% fit, but it's still awesome to be able to go show the fitness that you did when we weren't focusing on
that
just pure
all around fitness,
metabolic conditioning for CrossFit type workouts.
We're filling in the hole,
trying to be stronger. So
I feel it.
Overall,
feel like we're filling in that big gap that we had.
Super happy because it gave us, like I said, those cool moments of being executing a heavy lift well and overcoming something that we had failed at, and then crushing some things, but also like, we need to get better at these things too, because we should have crushed that better. I guess that's a way to put it. Or crushed that more.
Plain and simple, I needed a competition like this to enjoy. Just coming off of last season, it didn't end the way I ever expected it to end or wanted it to end. So having this fun competition to relight, not that it was ever gone, but relight that fire again, and realize, like, before we were walking out to the snatch, I'm just like, do I really want to put myself through all of this? And everybody has that feeling walking out before any event, like, you don't have to do this, right? But this is what we choose to do, and you get those payoffs of the fun events, the big lifts, and I mean, overall, I had a blast. So I always tell people I'll keep competing as long as I'm having fun with it, and I had a lot of fun with this one. So thank you, Wodapalooza. Thanks everyone who watched our vlogs and kept up with us and got to see a little bit of Big Becca, but even bigger things to come the rest of the season. Cool? Noah, any thoughts? Did you have fun at your first Wodapalooza experience?
Well,
That's my brother.
I clocked about 15 miles in Vendor Village.
There you go. That's what you get at Wodapalooza. So you guys, if y'all are considering coming to Wodapalooza, do it.
I have a question.
Yes.
That you did not address.
Uh-oh.
The changes that were made to the workouts.
Ooh, good. So I think, well, we could tell that they were prepared for inclement weather, and they had multiple versions of the workouts ready to go. So that's hats off to Wodapalooza. That's a big deal.
Yes, when they gave this is the way that the workouts are going to change, I was like, you can absolutely, they had that plan beforehand. When we watched a video with Dylan, I think on the barbell spin, saying they had those planned out well in advance, and that was cool because they knew that's a possibility. So it was absolutely 100% planned.
Although they were different from the original, I think they did a pretty good job of trying to match what they were their original workouts were, and that they didn't scrap movements. They tried to replace them with they placed bar gymnastics with other body weight movements, so they weren't just like flip flopping. I think they did a good job of trying to keep the workouts all the same, and I think they played out pretty well for what they had to work with. I mean, for real.
That being said, I really would have loved for you to do cortadito. Am I saying that correctly?
That's the second one.
Yeah, I would have loved to see you compete that in as is. Like we go back to this as a prep meet, and I think you could have done close to as good as you did in the revised version or the changed version. But that's one that I would have really liked to see
play out and
where you're at, where you stand with everyone, because I think that would have surprised a lot of people in a lot of ways.
Yeah, moving that bar.
Because that barbell is a weight that seems heavy. People would expect to be heavy for you, but you move really well.
See, there's still things in my pocket I feel like I haven't gotten to show.
Shh, don't tell us.
Oh, shh.
I guess
don't tell anyone.
So
I just would have liked to see that one play out.
Can you tell everybody what cortadito is, was, and what it changed to?
Event 2 was 21-15. It was the two different couplets. 21-15-9 bar dips, and I think we were supposed to be traversing, like bar dip, walk across the bars, kind of like how we did in the games, but it was much shorter. 21-15-9 of dips, and then hang power cleans with that same barbell, the 125 barbell. Then you went into the second couplet that was 15-12-9 shoulder to overhead with the 125 barbell and bar muscle ups. So considering that workout, how grippy it was, we were like, what are they gonna do in the rain? And they adjusted it pretty well. So we still got to do the dips.
It was no longer a grip test.
It was
the pressing definitely was a huge factor in it, but then it was conditioning and squatting became a little bit more obviously an issue, but
yeah. And the only thing they had to change in the third workout was did they only change?
No,
they changed the pull-ups to strict pull-ups, and then the dumbbell was slightly
they changed
lighter.
the dumbbell weight, and that's something that's kind of crazy. Where I talked to you about this is I think it's weird because immediately you think strict, oh, that's going to be great for us. Rebecca's so good at doing these like perfectly beautiful, like if you were seeing a video, gymnastic strict pull-ups that I think they were so beyond the standard that they actually were kind of not as much of a strength.
I was still happy to compete strict.
But just the number of reps being more reps and the cycle speed of her chest to bar, obviously her being able to hold lots of those big sets unbroken too, it would have been interesting because I think she would have done much better in the AMRAP version of that, the first two, the AMRAP 3, AMRAP 8, or AMRAP 5, excuse me, and probably been like top, you were 10th. They had that weird mix up with the scoring, but you probably would have been top 3 in that because of how we would have pushed and then she was 15th in the full one as they did it, but they lowered the box, which I don't know if that was that much of a big difference, but the dumbbell snatch was 50 instead of 70, which would have been a big difference for us. So it's interesting because we would have been top 5 probably in the AMRAP, but we still would have dropped to probably like in the 20s. So the scoring probably would have came out similar, but that's a testament to, in some ways, but the scoring wouldn't have been drastically different. But I don't know. Who knows?
Maybe they pull out those workouts in later years. Maybe
ultimately,
they'll save them.
It was raining very hard. There was lots of issues, and they did the right thing.
Which added to the experience.
Making sure people don't get hurt.
I don't know if Shelby, shout out Shelby at our gym, I don't know if you watch the vlogs, but she commented on my Instagram post with all the photos. She was like, I will never complain about our slippery bars anymore because we were hanging on the wet bars. I was like, yeah, no complaining anymore. I will appreciate a not slippery med ball for wall balls because I got hit in the face quite often.
Did you?
Oh yeah. Yeah, and at that point I was just like, as long as it helps me catch it, we're good.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was like, that was the hard part is like if your like trying to get your hands perfect on it every time. And I had like 1 or 2 slips.
And guys, that's such a great point. If you're in your gym one day and you don't get your perfect bar, your perfect med ball, or the perfect situation, That's okay. That's life. Like you're training for functionality. It's okay if it's a little bit harder. Just take it as part of the training that day, and you can get back to your normal bar another day. It's not the end of the world. It'll make you better when you get back to your normal bars. Or you get to do wall balls in the dry.
Yeah.
They're going to be so easy.
They're going to be so easy now.
It's like G's pegboard.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it's like. Go watch the games vlogs if you wanna know about the pegboard, because that's a funny story. So, Wodapalooza, you were good. Are we gonna come back next year? I don't know.
Team Texas.
Maybe we'll throw together a Texas team.
Team Texas.
Who's the third?
That's a good idea.
I know who the second is. Who's
That's
the
a
third?
good idea.
To be continued.
To be continued.
Texas used to be part of Colorado and other flats too. Mexico.
That's a history lesson for another day. All right, signing out for Wodapalooza 2024. Bye, guys.